Hey everybody, it's Bud Heaton here. I am excited to talk to you today about something that I think is really quite important. But before you... What I wanted to talk to you today about, first, I just finished up awesome training session. I just shot, I don't know, probably 350 rounds, something like that. Anyway, just had a really good training session there, and what I wanted to talk to you about was effort. And how much effort and deliberate intention do you put into your practice? And what I mean by this is, as you get out to the range and start your practices, I've noticed for myself that it's really easy to get shooting or start shooting, and you just kind of go. You go. You just shoot the targets. You don't really think too much about what you're actually doing. You know, you just kind of go into autopilot and you're just plugging away at hitting targets. And you get in a roll sometimes, which is really good. Sometimes you struggle. Sometimes it's harder to hit the targets. Whatever the case might be. But what's happening is you're just boom, boom, pull, bang, reload, pull, bang, reload. And you're not really thinking about what's happening. You're not really thinking about the targets that you're shooting. You're not really thinking about all of the different variables and aspects of what happens during each and every shot. So there's that. And then the other side of it too is, how much do you push yourself after you started? Meaning, you shoot 5 or 6 pair, and you shoot 5 or 6 more, even though your shoulder might be tired, even though mentally you're a little bit drained because you've been practicing for 2 hours. One thing that I really tried to do today was consistently shoot a target, and even though sometimes it was pairs, sometimes it was singles, but what I was trying to do was I shoot a target, stop, reset, run my pre-shot routine, I shoot another target. So every single target, I'm putting 100% effort into every single shot that I take, and really emphasizing every aspect of the shot. I really liked it. It was exhausting. I'm pretty beat right now, but I'm really excited just because I felt like the quality of my practice really improves when I do this. And I try to do it a lot. Some days it's harder, some days I don't get the time, and today I had a little bit of time that I could really push myself on each of the targets or pairs that I was shooting at. So I want to challenge you to, as you do your training, and this could be in sporting clays, this could be in trap, skeet, this could be in IPSC or pistol competition, 3-gun, any of that kind of stuff. It could be in golf, it could be in your business, it could be with your relationships in your family. There's many ways that this applies, because the effort that you put into it, it creates a direct proportion to what you're going to get out. We know the saying of, you only get what you put in, you only get out what you put in. Well, in our practice sessions, how much are we actually putting in? How much effort are we actually driving into each and every shot that we take, each and every movement that we're practicing or working on? in the example of maybe working within your business. Let's say you're a sales rep. Every time you pick up the phone, how much focus, energy, and attention are you giving that call? Let's talk about in a relationship. And this goes into a little bit of a more different principle, but at the same time it still applies. When you are at home with your spouse or significant other or your kids, are you really like driving your presence there, or are you just kind of floating along, kind of going with the flow of how things are? Not really focusing and driving, that intentionality in your time in that relationship. In the example of pistol shooting, how slow are you thinking about the different mechanics of your trigger pull, your sight alignment, your sight picture? There's all those different aspects of it, but at the end of the day, how much focus are you giving that as you're doing those repetitions? So I think you get the point here. But the more that we can focus on effort and really driving into that, and I use the words intentional and deliberate a lot, because I think we lack intentionality. We lack being deliberate, or we lack the ability to be deliberate in what we do, simply because our minds aren't wired to push that way. Our minds are built to survive. That's what they're designed to do from the get-go. From the time we're born, our brains are designed to help us survive, help us stay alive, help us eat, all those things. And in our world that we live in now, where all of our basic needs are met, survival is much, much easier, and we don't have to worry as much about, are we going to make it to the next day? We're going to have enough food, right? Some people do actually struggle with those things. Most of us are not in that situation. And so it's really quite easy for our minds to go into autopilot and just let things kind of ebb and flow, and you just kind of go with it, and you're just surviving. We want to thrive. We want to really push ourselves. We really want to be the best that we can be. And if you want to get anywhere in the shooting world of sporting clays, trap, skeet, pistol shooting, if you want to take your business to the next level, if you want to take your relationships to the next level, you're going to have to put in a little bit more effort than you might already be doing. Some people might say, well, I'm working really hard. Okay, if you're working really hard, that's good. How about you work smarter too? And now you're working hard and you're working smart. So now your results are going to be exponential when you do both of those things. So I hope that resonates with you. I hope you get my point here, because I really believe in effort. I really believe that unless you're willing to put the work in and make something happen, you're not going to get much out of it. Nothing that's easy is, honestly, there are things that are easy that are, they're cool, but when things are easy, we don't really appreciate them as much. When things are hard and we get through the challenges in life, we recognize those challenges much, much more, and they become a more significant part of our lives. And as you're striving to push and go to the next level, remember that there is a lot of things that you need to be doing to get to that next level. And so again, I hope this resonates with you today, and I hope you're getting something out of this, because I know for me, I certainly have learned that lesson, that effort is everything. And even if you're not making all the right moves, the fact that you're putting in the effort means something. And so, getting the mechanics right or getting everything perfect, that will come later. But if you're willing to put the effort on the front end, the technicalities of things will figure themselves out. You'll get it right eventually, but you might start out a little rough. You might start out a little bit, a little bit on the jagged edge, and that's okay, because things start out that way. it's the blacksmith's refiner's fire. Silver is only made through high temperature, high heat. Diamonds are made through tons of pressure and tons of heat over a long period of time. And so too is that with your skill sets, with the results that you're looking to get in your life. So I leave that with you today. And if you need anything from me, if you want to get in a conversation, have questions, comments, want some help with whatever it is that you're working on in the shooting world specifically, shoot me an email at coaching@budheaton.com, and we'll talk. Have an awesome day, and I will see you next time.